You are listening to the Milan Weekly Podcast, the English voice of Radio Rossonera and Milan fans all over the world.
La formazione delle e con la fascia di capitano con il numero 13
Donnarumma at the double, sensational from him.
Rafael Leao produces a moment of utter magic.
Teo Hernandez al volo! Teo Hernandez! Ancora lui! Una meraviglia! Ibrahimovic! Zlatan Ibrahimovic! Fuori classe assoluto!
Good evening. Yes, with a couple of minutes in advance. First of all, welcome to everybody, all live viewers. And yes, let's start it off. He's not a birthday guy. Probably gonna, if he was next to me, he would probably slap the table by now a couple of times. Stevie P, welcome to 40. I know it's not the best of COVID birthdays, but happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you very much.
And that's about it, guys. That's about it. I just wanted to say that before we got onto the show. And I know we have lots to talk about, Stevie. So what do you say, dude? Do you want to we'll just get into it?
Get right to it.
Even the snake is wishing you a happy birthday, our friend, the garden snake.
He knows.
Cari amici sportivi, welcome yet to another edition of the Milan Weekly Podcast. Here where we talk everything Milan, from, oh my God, it's the end of the world, this team sucks, I can't believe it, Milan. Where were our penalties since we're buying, referees, Milan? And well, we're not professionals.
Nor do we pretend to be.
Yes, guys, it's the end of the world. We're all doomed. We're going to definitely talk about that. Yes, Francis must be dancing all day. By the way, to Francis the Snake, I let him know, Steve, on the Patreon page that his Patreon just went up to $47 a month. Inflation. We had to pick one person out of the group, and that's the way she goes. Yeah. But did he bust your balls yesterday, or?
No, he was good about it.
He was good about it. Not like my friend Carlo that just likes to put it in our faces. He's just a troll, friend Carlo, but he likes it.
Carlo was sleeping for 21 weeks though.
That's like his Boston Bruins whenever they don't play very good. But guys, before we get into all of that, hello to congratulations to Francis, to Nima. We're gonna get into it. But first off, I know we mentioned him last week, Stevie P. A godsend to Sonny that reached out to us. We were saying that he made our banner, designed, looking to design some more stuff for us, designed the thumbnail for today. And I wanted to take the time, guys. I know Patreon, I gave him a first look, but I just wanted you guys to see what this guy did, and thinking about putting it on a t-shirt, but wanted to give you guys reactions to this. So this would be something to come on to a shirt. As you can see, it's in a comic book style, and it's just me, saying Çalhanoğlu, Steve saying it his own way. He's about to smash me. And in the end, we're hugging and kissing and Hakan. So let us know what you think. But thank you to him, honestly, Sonny, even with the 16-hour difference coming from Australia, truly appreciate it. Definitely something to think about, Steve. Maybe not our own comic book, but something to put on a shirt. But big thanks to him.
Big thanks to Sonny. That's some great stuff with myself. I'm not really a graphics guy, but wow, just a couple of ideas and a couple of things, and we let him loose. And this is what happens when you let a graphic designer loose. He brings his own pizzazz and flair to a possible t-shirt.
And he was yesterday was telling us first he was in awe because Presidente was on the call. Right, he wanted to make sure everything was all proper, but now he's thinking about. He's like, I actually even play music. I might want to give you a little jig. This guy's incredible. Thank you very much, Sonny, and can't wait for you to be part of this Milan Club Montreal WhatsApp group. We warned you. And Facebook Frank tells us that the WhatsApp group in Toronto is exactly the same way in Montreal. So we keep it constant. Again, happy birthday to you. I know everybody from Twitter world has been sending you the happy birthdays on the Facebook. Yeah, very popular guy, Stevie P. Very popular guy, but
very humbling.
Enough of these housekeeping stuff. Unless you had any other housekeeping stuff, Steve, to talk about.
Yeah, I want to just say shout out to the Fanta family, both Dave and Angie, going live Friday evening. glasses of wine in hand. It was a beautiful thing. It was nice to see. And they just did it the whole week, right? They really talked about their experiences. I watched. I was able to catch a couple, not all of them, but actually live. And then the rest I watched on the Milan Club Philly page. I think it was a great initiative, and it was nice. I got a shout out. I got welcome to Angie's presidential table, where we make decisions for Milan in the future.
I like
that was
it.
very nice. I did not get invited to Fanta's table. Dr. Fanta.
Dr.
Oh no, sorry, we cannot call him doctor. We have to call him the architect.
He does work at Vandalay Industries, so
Yeah.
I hope they've legally changed their names now to Fanta. That's the way it's got to go, right? Just like the drink. And he did give us an update through Patreon, through the bus, but we're gonna get to those questions very soon. Stevie P, anything else until we get into this game?
No, let's get into the game.
All right, guys. So we did, pre-game chat with the guys. Everybody was pumped up, and I was just trying to stay positive because, at these times, all of us have jitters, but you're trying to stay with those positive vibes. And Steve, I don't think this game could have started any worse for Milan. Just getting caught sleeping, right? 1-0 within the first 5 minutes. Seemed to have settled down, but I still think, I don't know. I think there's a big difference between mad and disappointed. I think I'm more definitely disappointed. I'm not mad because I don't think Milan got run over by Inter. I just felt that we got completely disastrous when it was on the counterattack. We went from possibly tying it up. It could have changed the game. Handanovic thought it was 2006 Buffon over there. But in all, your takes of the game performance-wise, for me, the score is the score. It's not really reflective of the team's performance. I want to get your thoughts on the game.
No, I think I disagree. I think the score is adequate to how the team performed, and I also think it could have been much worse. To be very honest, Joe.
Okay.
I think Milan came into this game a little flat, and guys, we talked about it in the Spezia game. Like, if you're in the second half of the season and you don't know what these teams are going to do against you, we have a serious problem.
Yes, but okay. So an example, you're saying that it could have been a lot worse. You're disagreeing with me with the score. Compare this 3-0 to the 3-0 of Atalanta. To me, it's two different completely performances. That's why I'm saying to me the score is...
It's fine, but I cannot compare the Atalanta game to the Derby della Madonnina. This is, guys, you understand? Like, Conte, we played right into Inter's hands.
Yeah.
Inter wanted us to have the ball, and in the final third, we were not clinical. We didn't have a lot of ideas. We gave away the ball, and guess what? Inter counterattacked. Guys, they've been doing this for weeks now. It's like, I don't get it. And you know what? I'm not even going to blame the first goal. The first goal, it could happen. You understand? We have ball possession. We lose it. They counter. I'm okay with that. But the whole game, not being able to adjust to these tactics is a huge problem. It's more of a problem, and I saw Nima. What are my thoughts on Romagnoli?
There's many questions about him, that's for sure.
We're gonna get into it, but guys, I get that Lukaku is in fantastic form. I get that Lukaku is right now in Serie A, the most armed, and if not,
he's a beast, guys.
If not in the world, the most on-form striker. I get the respect, but not 4 or 5 yards respect, guys. Like has Romagnoli forgot how to play defense?
Where's the Romagnoli from the Coppa Italia game? He marked them a lot well.
It's not even that. Like, if you see that as a coach, if you see that he's having trouble, adjust and give him some help. Get him something. Like, he cannot be. And you know what? We're shitting on Romagnoli. Guys, we were getting countered 5-on-3, 4-on-3, 6-on-3. You're not going to win games on that. You notice there was always 3 people in the back, and they had numbers on us. It's not rocket science here, guys. If a team is countering and they have more numbers on you, we can go through each thing. The second goal was a a team goal, guys. They made like 40 passes and took it from their end to the net to the other. But are we scared to make a foul? Like, you got to break that rhythm. Something has to happen. It's like we were like a little deer.
No physicality.
No physicality. And on the third goal, Frank the Tank, like at a certain point, foul him. At a certain point, I know it, and I'm not going to say that he has to get injured, that he's never playing again. But Lukaku has to feel the pain, guys.
Yeah.
Or else he's going to continue doing this every single time. I bet you that if we reverse and we go back just 10 years, guys, Lukaku pays the price on that goal, on the third goal. He doesn't make it to the 18-yard box.
No, he doesn't.
My cleats will be rubbed against the back of his calf, and he will go down. He could be as big as he wants. If I put cleats, 6 studs to the back of your calf, you're going down, my friend.
And that's what probably was missing, is like, even the way he celebrated and this, and now everybody, was he talking to Ibra? Who the fuck cares who he's talking about? It's like, and they're trying to make stories out of no stories. I just liked that little tidbit. I don't know if you saw, Steve, that the substitution that Inter did, they were saying, it might have been done in 4. Like, how... I was laughing. I'm like, imagine this actually comes back true and they have to lose 3-0 at Tavolino, but then they proved it. They proved it after.
To be very honest, I wouldn't even want it. I would have laughed. If it was true.
Yeah.
But in the end, do you really want that? Because you got killed. Milan got killed. And
I don't agree we got killed, Steve. Sorry. I think we played a lot better than we've seen in the last 2 days. I think we were... Every single time we gave them an inch, they took a foot. And they could have scored more than 3 goals. They are the better team on paper. We've never denied that. Talking about this whole Scudetto race. They don't have all these competitions. But in the end, I'm going to go back to what we've spoken. And for me as well, we said, you're going to hit a lull. You're never going to be able to always go this way here. So if this means that we're going through this lull now, and not at the end of the season, so be it. But in the end, we have a Milan that is in second place, 4 points behind, battling for a Champions League spot. They need to react this Thursday, and we need to react on Sunday against Roma. Even Roma did not have the greatest of games on Sunday. We need a reaction here, Steve. But the reaction that we need in the end, 3 points. That's what I need, right?
They just need 3 points. There's no reaction, but the thing is that I see, and I'm looking at Twitter, and I'm looking, Pioli formation, mentality. Guys, in the end, the better team won. It's like, save all your tweets, guys. Like, I get you want to give your opinion. Me too. I've been trying to find a way. You watch the game, you can watch it 100 times. The better team won. We're looking at Andanovic was Buffon 2006. Guys, Andanovic knows what the derby means. So
it just feels like the last couple of games, these teams, whether it be the Inters or the Spezias, they're bringing out their best against us. To me, what just makes me laugh is, from 2 months ago, how's Milan in first place? Doesn't make any sense. Milan cannot have no place being in first place. The referees this, and they're being helped. To now, people are celebrating like they're beating the champions of Italy. Whether it be Inter is another thing because they won a derby, but it just seems that everybody's at us. And if this is taken away pressure from us, right, then we'll talk about what the Pioli said in the press conference. To me, I'm all for it. I'm not down on the team. This is the time that they need us more than ever. Not to have these these Monday morning quarterbacks that believe that they know everything about soccer, that they think they're playing FIFA, and I should have put this guy here and that guy there. Guys, until we pass these courses and we become coaches, then we can talk. Until that time stop criticizing.
No, I disagree. You when it's a lull and when your team doesn't go down, there's enough to criticize in this game.
Sorry,
you don't have to be a FIFA coach to be able to criticize.
Sorry, I didn't mean, I meant it more in a way we can criticize the way we're criticizing now, but don't shit on the team and don't say that you don't believe in this team and that you've lost all hope.
Guys, I'm not. We're not going to that level. Look, guys, we're in second place, guys. We're in second place, and we have, another 2 mistakes. I call them another 2 mistakes, and we're out of that second place. But we talked about it, and and people have always asked me, "What do you want from this Milan?" And talking to everybody, I said, "Look, guys, they got beat by a better team. For me now, the derby is past. I need to stop the slide. I need to stop this slide where the negative results. And I don't care the way I get it, to be very honest. I could have a piss poor performance against Red Star and win 1-0, and I'm happy. I could go on the weekend on Sunday and have a piss poor performance against Roma, tie, happy, something to give them back. But you see in the mentality, you see it in their face that something's happening, and you say the pressure. The pressure will be consistent till the end of the year. There's
not only on us.
No, but it's on us now. Now it's on you. You have to look at your team. You can control your team. Milan can only control what Milan does. You cannot say pressure on everybody else. You have to say the pressure is on Milan. Milan needs to stay in fourth spot. Milan was in first place for 21 weeks. You guys, you can't take that back now.
No.
Now you can't say, but Milan, Milan, if they finish fifth, but we wanted to just make fourth place. No. You have to stay there. The pressure is on to stay in fourth. The Juves are coming. The Roma is coming. There's a lot of teams that want that. The Lazios are coming. The Atalantas are coming. People are coming, and they want to nip at your ankles.
You think there's more pressure on Milan than Inter right now?
Yeah.
That I wouldn't agree with. I think Inter right now, they're in a
You're
position
top of the table. You're top
of the table. How much pressure was on us? We're top of the table because we had no business being there. Now you're not there. The pressure's on. If you slide out of the fourth Champions League spot, this season is a failure. That's true. That's 100% true.
Inter, their pressure is different. Now, especially, their pressure was from week 1 to week 21. Now it shifts. And everybody who's running to chase Milan doesn't have that same type of pressure.
On a side note, I love this battle, Steve. It's been a while. We haven't seen a battle like this in Serie A, so I'm excited for this. For these kind of games coming up. We do have Roma. I know Inter has they have Napoli, I believe, still. They have Lazio still.
No, Lazio, they played them twice already.
They played them twice already, but no, they got a couple of big games. But we do have a lot of questions. Let's go through them because we're definitely going to take up this whole hour.
And for everybody that's on here that's Interisti fans, I'm not comfortable either with this lead. If I'm an Interisti, I'm not comfortable with this lead. This is my Pazza Inter.
There was somebody that posted a picture of them celebrating in the dressing room, and it was like an Inter site, and they said caption this picture, and one guy wrote down, "Yes, we received our paychecks." It was pretty funny. I think it was a Milanistas from there, so we got to take the laughs whenever we can get them. Stevie P, let's go through Patreon. Where am I here? So I'm gonna go the other way around because we have so many. First from Greg. Happy birthday, Stevie. You have the privilege of sharing your birthday with St. Lucia's Independence Day. I hereby make you St. Lucia's ambassador to Milan with Vinny T as your personal attaché. Oh, thank you very much. It is now evident that we have harbor any ambitions of being a threat in the Champions League. We need to upgrade our central defensive pairing. Romagnoli and Kajar should be paired with an athletic and quick center back partner, and we need a younger, more mobile center forward. For me, the sky is not falling because we have more than overachieved. In the summer mercato, we need to be ruthless, eliminate all sentiments. P.S. At what point do we put Pioli under the microscope? Loss, draw, and a loss in our last 3 matches. A good coach must be able to right the ship as quickly as possible. He's talking about the different types of pairings of center backs, maybe a more mobile center forward because, Mandzukic, I don't even think he's touched the ball yet. But he's saying, at what point do we put Pioli under the microscope, Steve?
He's under a microscope right now. He's been under a microscope ever since he started at Milan.
Maybe in a way, in a microscope that his job is being questioned.
It's forever, guys. I don't know. I don't know where sometimes these questions come from. These guys have a contract, guys. They don't have a secure job. In the sports industry, the jobs are results driven. Yeah, he went on a great run. He's still under a microscope. He's consistently under a microscope. It's easy to coach when you're on a winning streak. It's probably one of the hardest things to do is coach when your team is not performing.
Maybe he meant it in a way like, how the Gattuso is at right now. But again, if Gattuso was winning, these questions wouldn't come up. So I don't know. For me, I think they would really start questioning his job to like a certainty if they continue this slide and we go out of top 4 spots.
But this year, there's nothing to be done. So I'm not looking at this year. But if you look at the question is, when do we start looking at Pioli under the microscope? Not me and you, but Maldini and Masada.
Yeah.
He's constantly under a microscope. Gazidis, constantly under a microscope. All these guys are constantly under the microscope. The only one who's not under the microscope is Elliott, because he's shelling out the money for this stuff.
Good point.
There was a question too about pairing Romagnoli or Kajar with a center back, with an athletic center back. Guys, if we were going to start Tomori, Kalulu with either Kajar or Romagnoli and still get this result of 3-0, we would be having the conversation of why Romagnoli or Kajar didn't start together.
Thank you. And
the center backing pairing for Milan is Kajar and Romagnoli.
And it's a derby, Steve. You can't just throw in a Tomori or Kalulu in that pressure.
Now, as a coach, yes, it takes balls. But as a coach, sometimes you have to make the decisions, whether he's wearing the armband or not. If Romagnoli was having the game that he had against Inter this Sunday, a coach with balls, and I'm not saying Pioli doesn't have balls, but a coach with balls would have made a substitution because it was obvious that he could not contain Lukaku or adjust and get him more help.
It's a good point on that one. To Paulie H, we go. Good evening, guys. Romagnoli looks low on confidence and is making too many mistakes. Do we need to reassess his captaincy at the end of the season? What would you think of Kessie or Donnarumma as captain? P.S. Wish Stevie a happy birthday. At least he's got Manscaped to keep his balls fresh going into a new decade. Forza Milan. Question is captaincy. It's easy to say, Paulie, but again, if Milan end up finishing in the top 4, how do you strip a guy of his captaincy unless he requests it, right?
No, you're not going to strip anybody of their captaincy unless someone does something ridiculously a la Dzeko. You understand? Dzeko, for years he's been wanting to go to Inter, and I'm happy for Rome that they made a decision like that because they had Totti, they had De Rossi, they had no questions at captain. You give the captaincy to Dzeko, and then after maybe like half a year, he's pulling these stunts and he's always creating drama. Boom, Gonzo, Gonzo, you're not captain anymore. Romagnoli hasn't done that. Yeah, so I'm not going to question his captaincy as captain of Milan. I'm going to repeat it again. You'll probably hear it another 4 times here. But as the captain, if you're having a game like that, someone has to pay the price, guys, man. Like we're playing butterfly soccer right here. There was no one who paid the price. They went at us and they filleted us with a hot knife, and we were the butter. We were Swiss cheese. We were any sports cliche that you want to throw, we were. And no one paid the price. There was no tackle. There was no hate. And, that's the thing that disappointed me the most. Because it's the Derby de la Madonnina. Yes, you won the first round of it. We're not going to count the Coppa Italia round. We lost. We got eliminated. That's fine. But in the season, Vinny, come on.
Yeah, you needed. There was no. The refereeing was. I have nothing bad to say about the refereeing. Done very well, and in the end, if a Kessie or anybody for that matter would have taken somebody down, take that yellow, but just make it as a statement. And I remember, Steve, this was last year with Castillo, that we're losing 3-0 to a game in a 94. He just whacked somebody in the face. He took his red card, and I was like, okay. Yeah. Because at that point, you just need to show You need to show. I'm not talking about, let's say, the way Ibra got, the second yellow on the last derby. And by the way, Matt C on saying that telling you how to pronounce Kier. Stevie P has his own pronunciation. Maybe you knew here, but it's Kajar. It's Kajar too, just like Canolbulu. But yeah, no, definitely missing, Steve. That I'm not saying break somebody's leg, but at the end, when you're losing 3-0, show us something.
But there's a message that you can give, and these players are fast at Instagram and Twitter to send a message and a tweet and a picture and a this. Let's start giving some messages out to these people on the field. You understand? Especially in the derby, I would have expected that from a Frank Kessie. So I'm disappointed in there. I would have expected that from, a Rebic. I would have not wanted to, but you know what? Like Ibra, someone's in your house and he's playing a fucking hell of a game. Not your stupid your second yellow in the Coppa Italia. Not your stupid argument with Lukaku. But we needed something like that. You understand? Like, and we'll get to a bit of the Ibra after there, and I understand a bit why. But come on, no message, man. Too funny.
Gillis saying, why is Milan having problems with teams flooding the midfield? Most of them 5-2, and what's the solution? Also, happy birthday, Steve. This has come up in the past about these, 3-5-2 kind of teams, these heavy midfield formations. Do you think there's something to that, Steve? Like, if we're looking at the past,
it seems their video guys are doing better than our video guys. That's for sure. And it seems every time we play a 3-5-2 team, we get destroyed.
And do you say that we could do 3-5-2? Do you think Milan could at this point?
You don't have to. The thing is, you have to adjust somehow. You understand? But if you're gonna press high the way Milan pressed, and you have a midfield of two, and no one's gonna come back and help the midfield of two, well, what do you think is gonna happen? One of those two pivots is gonna lose the ball, and you're running back, and the only people that are left are your two center backs and maybe one of the left or right backs, depending what side they're countering. Let's get some closure in the midfield. Maybe hang back a bit in the press and don't press them that much. But I don't think that would have made a difference so much in this game. I don't know. I'm lost for words at how we throw around UEFA licenses and this and that. It's like there had to be some adjustment. Like I didn't see any adjustment. That's frustrating. Point number 2 is how could you not be able to adjust? It's not something that at a professional level could
us regular fans are kind of noticing this. I'm sure the higher ups of there are noticing this, and we have been playing this, this formation for a very long time. Maybe, who knows, try to take a chance in the Europa League, see if we come up with some other. We need an answer, especially like Roma's not going to come out taking us lightly. We can't take them lightly.
No.
We need some sort of reaction, that's for sure. And again, Çalhanoğlu, we didn't touch base on him too. Did not have the greatest of game. I think only Donnarumma showed up for this game. I didn't see it. Hernandez ran a lot, but I find Hernandez has been falling down very easily lately, and I can see that the referees are catching on to that. Anyways,
someone has to tell Theo Hernandez that there's a game going on, and the game does not include him having to take the ball from the left back position and dribble it all the way. We need to get some sort of cohesion on that side. And I was always in favor of the whole Leao and Rebic. The whole Hernandez and Rebic on the left-hand side. Guys, even today, like they need to work together. They need to link up. And they did link up a couple of times. But it's not enough. The thing is that we only have that left-hand side. On the right-hand side, Calabria has to work so hard because the right-hand side is not giving him more. And, Salsicha Maker giving almost playing hot potato. Didn't want to have that ball at his feet. And I get it. And then maybe that game is not for you, But the coach cannot wait until the 75th minute to figure out that Salsicha Maker is not having a great game and you're down 2-0. to insert Leao in the game, because I found, as critical as I am of Leao, when he came into the game, I think he knew what he was walking into. He was maybe trying too much, but he was trying at least.
Mm.
And, Inter decided to not play Vidal and play Eriksen, which, was a gamble on their side because, magically now Eriksen is the best player that they ever signed, right? They wanted to throw him away before, but now Eriksen is Il Mago, you understand? The magician. Fuck you. Because if Vidal was 100% or if Vidal doesn't get hurt, there's no way Conte's taking him off that field.
From your friends, the Fantas. Good evening, gentlemen. Podcast question is Romagnoli that bad or is Lukaku that good? Question number 2 is a Scudetto bus update, Steve. It's not appropriate to even discuss the bus at the moment. The bus is in the shop for a few days and we'll be back on the road enthusiastically by this time next week. And wishing you, he says, from the Fantas and Milan Club Philly, we love you. So to his question, Romagnoli that bad or Lukaku that good? I think a bit of both. Huh? I don't think Romagnoli is that bad. I think he's just been going through a bad, couple of games.
On Sunday, I'm not shy to say it. I think Romagnoli was just that bad.
Yes, on the game itself, yeah.
On the game itself, I think Romagnoli was just that bad. He had no answer whatsoever for Lukaku. Is it 100% on him? Not 100, but 80. The other 20%, I give it to Pioli. Someone had to come and give him some help, man. It's in every sport, Vinny.
Yeah, I know.
In every sport, you understand? Like, you have a dominant center in NBA basketball, they're gonna double team.
Husney saying, we look like a different team compared to the first half of the season. I noticed since we were crowned winter champions, performance have taken a dip. Other than Cortone, I have not seen the spirit that powered us through a long unbeaten streak. Are we now overconfident since most of our best 11 are back, or do you think the team no longer cares for the Scudetto? I know we're technically still in the race, but it's disappointing to let this opportunity slowly slip away. I don't think it is a thing of being overconfident. I don't think being overconfident is one thing and having, the good streak go your way. It's two different things. But, he's saying, I'm really going, Steve, to this thing. We're just hitting, our down right now. That's the way I see it. We can continue going this way here. But, he's saying that most of our starting 11s are back. I don't think the chemistry is broken because everybody's back. But I do feel that when Çalhanoğlu has been good when he's come off the bench, and a couple of games that he started, I don't know, it's just completely invisible to me. But do you think the team no longer cares for the Scudetto, or I don't know? What do you think about?
No, absolutely not. I think they do care, and they should care. Guys, we're not that far off. We're 4 points back. I'm telling you, there's a Pazza Inter left with 13 games left, guys.
Yeah.
There's a Pazza Inter left, guys. I'm telling you, it's not going to be easy breezy for them. Let me tell you. Is it going to be Milan? I have no idea. That's gonna be at their heels. But it's not going to be. Nothing that Inter does is easy. Let's face it, guys. We've seen it. It's historical facts.
Just how easy it was after all these games that we were first, a couple of games, 4 points. Anything can happen in Serie A, and that's why I'm very excited to witness this once again and not having a Scudetto champion, halfway throughout the season. David Guarascio saying, hey, Vinny and Steven, happy birthday to the great one. Listen, enough is enough. Time and time again, Milan and Pioli formation have fallen to the 3-5-2. When we were attacking, there was no room in the midfield for us to start an attack. And when Inter attacked or counterattacked, our midfield was wide open. We showed grinta, but still came up short and lost to Inter. It's a time to rethink the formation when facing teams like Inter. This is our third game in a row without a win. Clearly, something isn't working anymore. Happy birthday, one Stevie P. P.S. How about the Miz winning the belt, Vinny? As always, Forza Milan. Disgrace. It was a disgrace. But he's talking about these formations again, Steve, and he's saying that, something's definitely wrong because we haven't won in the last 3 games. Is David maybe over-exaggerating? Does he have a point maybe in the formation? What do you think?
Maybe. Like I said, guys, they're not performing the way they did at the beginning of the season. The coach has to find a way to get them out of this. And it could be David, it could be me, it could be you.
And it could be...
We can give our opinion.
It could be what? let's say we have, expecting to win on Thursday. Let's say we come up with a good performance on Sunday. People are going to very easily forget this bad streak of games that we've gone through. So, to me, this week is crucial. Let's see what we come up, especially against Roma. Which other big teams do we still have to face? I know Atalanta, the last game of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Do we still have Lazio again? We do have Lazio coming up.
Yeah, we
Juventus.
have Juventus, Lazio. We have games. Everybody has games. It's a tough.
Everybody's got games.
It's going to be a tough road till the end of the Scudetto, which is nice and which is what we wanted. I'm not complaining about that. The pressure's on.
The pressure's on. Gio, as always, no questions. Just happy birthday, Steve. Many blessings to you. Nothing much to say. Keep up the great work. Timmy saying, happy birthday, Stevie. I think we played good, but we got caught on 3 counterattacks. Do you think Pioli needs to reconsider formation when playing against teams with fast strikers? Maybe like 5 in the back. When Theo is roaming up top, obviously Romagnoli can't keep up with Lukaku. Maybe the likes of Kalulu or Tomori playing next to Romagnoli and Kajar. If they had to do the 3-man formation, but again, how do you take a team that's played with the same formation all this time? And okay, then again, maybe they practiced it, Steve. We don't know.
I hope so. That's plan B, guys. We've been complaining about that so many times. We always said, Conte doesn't have a plan B. Gattuso doesn't have a plan B. Well, now we have to say, guys, if they don't have another formation to look at, we have to start thinking and being honest with ourselves. Does Pioli have a plan B? I hope so.
Hopefully he does. And the plan B cannot be Maldini, subbing in Maldini to come and play. Fabio saying, hey, boys, happy birthday. Stevie, you share a birthday with my niece today. Another bad performance, and it has me wondering, from what we have seen so far in 2021, what do you think is the biggest reason for a downturn in form? And if we end the season in the top 4, are we all in on Pioli staying another season? If we end all in, I think if we finish top 4, you have no choice to keeping Pioli. That's my personal opinion. And Fabio saying, what do you think is the biggest reason for a downturn in form? I think, Steve, just catching up. Like on paper, we do not have a team. We do not have a team that a Scudetto winning team. We went through a fantastic run of wins, and it just happened this way here. It happened that there were 3 games in a row, right? And we just got to keep the faith. But to you, Steve, to his question, do you have any reasoning because of the downturn in form? And would you keep Pioli if they do finish top 4?
Guys, the downturn in form is at a certain point, people are going to start figuring out what we do well. And they know that if they stop what we do well, that they're going to be able to beat us. What we do well is press high, very active in the final third. That's what created all those penalties that apparently we bought. That's not happening anymore. Is it a combination of injuries, COVID, and, this is a long season. There's no break in the middle. I can't stress this enough. Last year, there was a break. A lot of people got rested. We don't have a deep team where we can rest Kessie, Benacer, Theo Hernandez, Ibra, all at the same time and get a result. Let's face it, we don't have that deep team.
We did it on Thursday, and they tied it up in the night, but we needed to do that.
We had no choice, and this Thursday it has to be another similar thing. You win with your players, you lose with your players. Let's go, guys. Yes, I want to advance in the Europa League because it is another path to the Champions League. Are we going to win Europa League? That's a different story. But it's another path. Keep your options open, right?
We can complain all we want about, oh my God, Salah sausage maker for Castillejo. What kind of guys? This is the team that we have. You can complain all you want about the players. We did not go to reinforce for whatever reasons. Hulk Hogan maybe could have stepped in. At this point, people are saying, why don't we bring up Calabria in that position? Guys, we can't just start, at this point, taking players that are playing a specific position. Okay, let's put him here, let's put him there. We've done it in the past because we had no choice. When, Calabria played in the midfield that time, or didn't Kessie play center back, I believe, even at the beginning of the year? But you can't just start going, okay, you from now on, you're going to be playing in that position there.
Yeah, it's very risky to start moving players around. I think that they have to look at the players that they have and try to find a plan B again, like we keep on saying. When things are not going right, a la Spezia, alla Inter, Derby della Madonnina. We have no choice, guys. And to be very honest, Joe, Red Star, we're gonna go into this game and we need to get a result because we want to pass. Guys, we're dealing with guys that, no offense, it's a subpar in quality to even Milan. So this should not be a stressful game. It will be a stressful game, but it should not.
We should qualify easily. Let's just put it this way. And
you look forward to Roma. And as much as I'm not a big Roma fan and I'm not too crazy about their team, they're missing a big piece, guys. Roma with Zaniolo and Roma without Zaniolo is two different teams. So, Roma with Zaniolo and Dzeko and Roma without Zaniolo and Dzeko is two different teams, whether you like it or not. Everybody could throw flowers at the Real Madrid signing that they did there, that he's better with Roma's better with him than with Dzeko. Guys, that's a lot of goals in those legs of Dzeko. It's a big statement to make. And we saw against Benevento.
Well, you can call him Benedetto.
Benedetto, yeah. Too. Yeah, it's hard to score in Serie A, and people are going to pick up what you do. So let's go.
And Youssef saying, please remember, guys, this is the youngest squad in Serie A. Relax. We will only.
I don't think that's an excuse anymore, Youssef.
But it is it is a fact. Let's just put it this way. Well, let's not use it as an excuse. But Youssef is the guy from Patreon, Steve, that is still sitting on the couch with you and Frank. He doesn't believe in it
for sure. But I'm fed up of finding excuses.
We don't want excuses. We lost. That's it. There's no explanation. We just
lost. The same way we didn't want excuses for us sitting in first place. Remember, Youssef, we sat in first place with the youngest team for 21 weeks.
I got to look at both sides of the coin.
Now you can't say that, we have the youngest team. That's an excuse that we're falling back at the table. No. We're not going to use this. We obviously did not strengthen the right-hand side enough. We don't have a plan B for Ibra yet. These are the things that worry me.
Band-Aid solutions will always catch up with you one way or the other. Taking it over to Twitter, Neptune is asking us about, Romagnoli. Basically just saying, he's been god-awful last spring. Do you think benching him would do him some good? Would you bench him on Thursday?
I'm not against that, to be very honest with you. I would have even taken him off in the derby. It was not working for him. He had two decisions. Pioli had two decisions to make. What do I do to contain Lukaku? Do I put two people on him and leave someone open if he does, in fact, get the ball from those two people? Or do I try to match speed with speed? You'll never be able to match power with power. Let's face it. We don't have that type of center back. But if you want to match speed with speed, to contain the power, that could have been an option. Would it have worked? I have absolutely no idea, but it was an option.
Youssef might have found the reason for the loss. Steve just posted on Patreon. I didn't see it. He goes, I overslept and couldn't make it to the pregame special, but that's why we lost. And Gio was not wearing a Milan jersey, so I blame him for the loss. 1 point above fifth place is the objective. So sorry, Gio. It looks like it's on you. You didn't have... but then again, it was 5 o'clock in the morning for the guy. And like a true trooper, he was having a beer. Good for him. On Twitter, Alpha Maximus asking us, first question was, how many more games should Milan lose against a similar system before PL understands that his double pivot fantasy of football won't work against five-man midfield? We did speak about that, but his second question was, and one more, wasn't 20-year-old Romagnoli better than 25-year-old Romagnoli? That I would have to disagree, because I don't remember being won over by Romagnoli when he first came in. He had... potential. But how about you, Steve? Do you like the Romagnoli of, 3-4 years ago compared to now?
I like the Romagnoli of anything but Sunday's game against Inter.
The last couple of games haven't been that great, but I have obviously seen him progress, from this one here. So I don't want to shit too much on him. I could shit on his performance, but I still believe in Romagnoli. But definitely a benching on Thursday would be beneficial. FIFA Chef, do you think Pioli's 4-2-3-1 is becoming too predictable to defend? What formation would you want to see Pioli try out as an alternative to the 4-2-3-1 when it's not working out? FIFA Chef, that's the FIFA player. Tommy was saying the Christmas tree because he loves to live in the past. But Steve, would you try a 3-5-2?
No,
And
I don't think we have the players for a 3-5-2.
No? Would you do 4-4-2?
When we're shitting the bed on, I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah.
For me, 4-4-2, you line up that way. But there's so many things that you could do on the offensive side that can help you, with the boredom that the 4-4-2 does create. Because whether you like it or not, that 4-4-2, you're parking.
Yeah.
You're parking. But you can when things are not going well, it's okay that sometimes you park the bus for a bit and you absorb and you absorb and you absorb. You have to have almost a defensive style and shape that transitions into another offensive style and shape. I believe in that type of soccer, not stuck with one formation. Give me a second because I think my laptop is going to lose battery.
Go ahead. Blasphemy Zed there, 4-3-1-2 with Frank Kessie on the bench. No, Presidente Franco has always got to be on. You can't go wrong with Frank. Simon Coletti is asking, happy birthday, Steve, again. Yes, because he did send happy birthday, Vinny, in the chat. Does Romagnoli remind you guys of Pacioretty when he had the C with the Habs? I know that I'm not a big hockey fan, but I know he was ridiculed as the captain at one point. But then again, you can't compare Montreal here, especially that they didn't speak French and the way they treated him, but very quiet kind of captain Pacioretty. We don't know what was going on in those. Do you remember Steve Pacioretty with the Habs? Does he remind you of Romagnoli?
Yeah, I guess so. You can, Montreal Canadiens traditionally have a problem with captains that don't speak French, right? For our own stupid political reasons.
Yeah. But very silencious, very like a captain that doesn't talk very, very much. But I can feel he had a lot more hate in Montreal as a captain than Romagnoli's getting right now, and I'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah,
Hauge's headband playing Tomori, who would have been better suited to handle the specific threat that Inter poses. Not a knock on Romagnoli's abilities; it's just putting your team in the best spot to win. For me, I think we did speak about that. For me, I don't think throwing in a guy like Tomori in a derby in a crucial match like that, experience has to win over any decision. I don't think that taking out Romagnoli's performance from Sunday, I don't think he would have merited. Yes, he did not play well, guys, but did he merit to? No, you're going to be sitting at the derby. I don't think so. It's easy on paper to say now, but. Respectfully disagree. Stevie P, are you still there, or you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix this stupid thing. It's plugged, and it's still telling me that the battery's gonna die.
All right, so let's get this over. Trying to get this fast. James Fricano, disappointed with the result, but we are not a shit team. We are AC Milan with a lot of season left to play. Time to get back on the field ASAP. Stay positive. Fuck yes, James. Thank you. I'm still, like I told David, I'm still making my way to the bus stop. I've not stopped. We got to believe. We got to stay positive. This is the time that we need not to shit on our team. I love it, James. Thanks for the positivity. We have Massimo saying, do you think Pioli got his tactics all wrong playing a high press with two of the slowest center backs in the game? Also, do you think that we went way too hard at the beginning of the second half, leaving massive gaps in our defense? Did we went too hard? No, I think that was the right move because again, Andanovic just stood on his head and he was fantastic. We needed to make a statement for that goal. Did he think
let's just call a spade a spade. He made some fantastic saves.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we would have came out like lemons in the second half, the internet was gonna explode, guys.
Yeah.
Now they actually came out in the second half with some balls, and now we're saying they came out too hard. No, guys, this is, Conte's strategy was contropiede. They wanted us to have the ball. If we score, does the game change? Absolutely. I don't think the result changes, to be very honest with you.
No.
But the game changes. A lot of things can happen. Because if my memory serves me correctly of the stupid game that we watched on Sunday, it was 1-0 at halftime, guys.
And I was feeling good at halftime, Steve. We had settled down after the first goal. It looked like we were building back some confidence. And then, that happened, and the soccer gods. How does it work? You miss these crazy chances, and they take it back the other way, and that's
come back down the field with, again, a team goal, guys, a highlight reel team goal. Inter's second goal was a highlight reel. I don't like giving them props and throwing them flowers.
Mhm.
But that second goal was, it's like once they started and they were going up the field, I was saying, foul them, foul them, foul them. Un fallo tattico. Take the fucking
Take the
card.
yellow. Take the yellow.
Slow this shit down. I don't care if the newspapers say that we got 14 yellow cards. Slow it down, because at 1-0 we were still in the game.
How's the battery situation, Steve? Do you need to log in from yourself?
I'm good so far.
Good. And last but not least, our friend Rosoari TV. What's the mental impact on the team when benching a captain? Is it risking our stability that the beautiful bald head of Stefano Pioli is worried about? The mental impact on the team benching a captain, I think if he merits the benching, I think everybody would understand, and that's why I think, because of maybe the repercussions of this, should be on Thursday. Steve?
Yeah, Thursday. But to be very honest with you, I don't see there being even a reason for him to play on Thursday. I don't see it. I don't think we need to go that route. You understand? Like, yeah, I know they want to put someone with a little bit more experience with someone who not. Are we risking Kajar on Thursday? I don't want to risk him. He looks like he looks like he's gonna go into the cookie jar and pull a hamstring. You understand? So does Romagnoli? We can look at it the other way too. Sometimes they say, you know what, the best thing to do after having a bad game is go out and play another game.
Mm.
So could this Thursday game be that other game for Romagnoli? Maybe. But again, we need our center backs, they need to find this pairing, right? And right now, from Sunday's game, Romagnoli needs to think about things a little bit more. He's got to watch that video. One of the highlights for me was, and it was a terrible highlight for Milan, is that Lukaku receives the ball back to the goal and Romagnoli is 4 or 5 feet away from him. It's like, I get it. You're respecting the player, but 4 or 5 feet. Guys,
you're giving him too much space.
These are professional players. We're not playing Sunday nights at the Marie-Victorin or Sunday nights at your local garage league here. This is give anybody. We're putting Lukaku on this throne, but give anybody that space, guys. Whether we like it or not, they're going to destroy us.
So that takes it through the questions from there, guys. Who knows? Maybe taking a rest on Thursday, bring us a great performance on Sunday. We shall see. But let's finish up with that one, Steve. I know this decision was made way before, but this has got to be the worst timing possible.
Worst timing possible for this to happen.
And he's going for sure. He's singing with.
I don't even know what he's doing, guys. I have no idea what he's doing, but this is the worst timing possible.
Supposedly supposed to sing with. My God, guys, help me out. Bologna's coach. Miami. Yeah.
Guys, I don't know what to say.
Timing. I know he's Ibra, but the worst possible timing. And especially after his that he got Il Tapiro d'Oro, and he said, I'm a father of 25 here, and I got two back in Sweden. He goes, I'm the father figure of Milan. Well, father figure doesn't go to Sanremo and with 13, 14 games left, and that's my personal opinion. But who are we to judge Ibra? As long as he performs, and I don't think actually Mandzukic is still hurt. He's got to play on Thursday, no? I think so.
I have no idea. But the thing is that with all that's going on, at a certain point, you have to bite the pill and say the team is more important. And I have to go against him here. I completely disagree with this, that he's going to Sanremo. I know that probably who knows what the fine is or who knows what they're going to have to do to fix that show up. And we all know what Sanremo is to Italy, especially in these pandemic times. is Sanremo even that far? I don't even know geographically if it's that far from Milan. Are we overlooking things? I don't see this happening. Deion Sanders played 2 sports, guys. He would, he would play baseball, get on a plane Sunday, make it for the Sunday nighter, play Sunday night. You understand? Like this, he's going to a music festival. It's like, come on, Ibra, you want to be that person who came to Milan at 39 years old. I get it. I get that people want to be around you, but cannot be at the word. This cannot be worst timing. Cannot be.
On that note, Steve, any indigestions of the week? I know Presidente. Actually, did I miss this question on Presidente? Where is it, this question? How come I missed it? I know I saw it. Presidente, indigestion of the week. Let's finish off with that. Pioli, if they had told us months ago that we would have now be second, everybody would be jumping for joy. That's not what I want a coach to say. So let's end up on what do you think Zlatan would tell Pioli if he heard this? Forget that, but Pioli, Padre Pioli, us fans, we can say stuff like that to try to justify, maybe a bad streak. But as a coach, I don't know, maybe he just let his emotions get the better of him, Steve, and just go like all these,
I think he's trying to deflect the pressure towards him. If he would be, if it would be Ancelotti, it would be Mourinho, it would be Pep Guardiola, and he would say something like that,
nobody would bat an eye.
No one would bat an eye because they would know what type of psychology they're playing. I don't picture him as that type of coach. So I am in the fact that I think he's trying to deflect. But I could go and agree with you, Vinny, that maybe he did get his emotions a little bit riled up after the derby and let something slip. And it's going to happen from time to time. He's saying the truth.
Yeah.
If he would be a fan, we've been saying it all this time. We're Milan and we're in second place. Nearing the end of February, everybody would have signed up to that one, right? So
that's very true. Any indigestions for yourself this week, Steve?
Indigestion is the derby loss and the way we lost it, guys. I cannot pick anything else. I'm mad and disappointed at the way that we didn't show a bit of grinta. I can't stomach that, and if I would have seen a couple of incidences that, would have said, hey, yes, you beat us today, but remember us because we're still here right behind you. That's all I wanted.
A little indigestion. I liked seeing it, on the outside of San Siro, to both Curva Nord and Curva Sud. But guys, why draw so much attention? You could have made some sort of maybe tried to social distance, but now I saw the article that people have been identified. They're going to get fines. And it just like, I know it's exciting. I know it's derby time. I know some of us don't believe in this shit, but you cannot just go in a pandemic time, especially in Italy like this, and just, 4,000 or 5,000 fans on each side and going crazy and all hugging and kissing each other. Little indigestion on that one there. Any closing words, Stevie P?
Brioche of the week.
Yeah, your feel-good moment. Yes, go ahead.
I'm really happy that the young kid from Napoli, Oshiman, is okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was really scary, to be very honest with you. And, I'm obviously not a Napoli fan, but I don't remember someone coming into this league as he did and really light things up at the beginning, getting used to the game, and then have such a string of scarogne. It started with the national team in Nigeria got hurt on his shoulder. Then the Nigerian doctors, they fucked up something in his shoulder, and it prolonged his injury. Then he comes back from injury, plays maybe a couple of minutes, gets COVID. Comes back from COVID, gets on the pitch, has a couple of half-decent halves, seems that he's getting his confidence back, and then gets knocked unconscious. It's like,
yeah.
When I saw him on the floor, I was like, oh my God, please don't make it be him. Like, I feel bad for all the other players, but don't make it be Oshiman because, like, you cannot write this story. Yeah. With the price tag that he came on with, and it changes Napoli's game completely when he's in the game and when he's not in the game. I'm really happy, and it's my brioche of the week that he's okay. Like, he's gonna be okay. But come on, man, that's some crazy shit.
For me, Brioska, nothing comes to mind right now. A feel-good moment. Actually, you know what? The feel-good moment will have to be a Sunny. That's my feel-good moment of the week. Getting us a banner, making us a comic book. To everybody that didn't see it, let me put it back there. To making us a shirt kind of logo for there's my feel-good moment, Sonny. Thank you for everything, because even though Milan let me down, I will never leave her side. But thank you for bringing us this joy this week, and we'll guys let you guys know when we'll be able to print these up and ship them worldwide. Stevie P.
Closing statement, guys. I want to shout out Milan Club Dublin and their Milan Club World t-shirt. And I wore this purposely today, guys. And I'm going to just fix my camera here. You're going to see my stomach. I'm going to suck it in a bit. Guys, look at always remember 7 Champions Leagues, 18 Scudetto.
Real ones.
Forza Milan, guys. Do not give up hope. I know here we critique a lot, but the Milan fans at the Milan Twitter, don't give up hope. This team is doing something magical this year. I feel it. I know we're going a little bit on a down, and we're being a little bit of a Debbie Downer this week, but I feel like they're doing something. I feel like something's going to change. Our string of bad luck is going to change. And Forza Milan, guys. Check out Paolo and his wonderful initiative at Milan Club worldwide.
Check him out, guys. And thank you, Mr. Positivity, Stevie P, from some kind words. And yes, guys, let's keep the faith. The Fanta is saying that the bus will be out of the shop, I said, by next week. So we'll see where everybody's on this bus next week on Sunday. Juan Carlos, Forza Milan, stay positive. And Steve is on the bus. Relax, Mr. Fanta. Don't go scaring him off there. He's still sitting on that couch, right, Steve?
No, not on the bus, Dave.
Guys, thank you so very much for joining us once again. And if everything goes well, Patreon, this Thursday coming, we'll do a 9:00 p.m. Live post-game reaction. It will be my birthday on Thursday. We're in lockdown. It's not like I have anything to do. So on 9:00 this Thursday, stay tuned. Ovunque e sempre, gentlemen.
Forza Milan!
Buonasera.